Imagine watching A Star is Born and feeling every emotion so deeply that it almost hurts. And now imagine what it cost Lady Gaga to create that power. Because behind the scenes, she was fighting something far heavier than any of us knew. This is the dark reality behind Lady Gaga's performance and why she finally decided to share the truth. Lady Gaga stepped into the role of Ally with a kind of vulnerability that felt too real, and there's a reason for that. She was not acting, she was reliving parts of her own life, struggles with trauma, anxiety, and pressure that had followed her for years. She once said that playing Ally opened old wounds she had kept hidden for so long, and during the filming, she felt those wounds reopening again and again. After the movie became a global sensation, people praised her talent, her voice, her chemistry with Riley Cooper. But very few knew that while the world was celebrating, Lady Gaga was quietly breaking down emotionally. The weight of the character, the memories it triggered, and the demand for perfection all came crashing down on her. Lady Gaga later revealed that after A Star is Born, she had to be hospitalized for psychiatric care. And this was not a moment of weakness. This was the moment she finally admitted she needed help. She said the emotional intensity of the movie brought her to a point where she couldn't breathe. Emotionally and mentally, she felt overwhelmed. Something inside her kept telling her she needed a pause, a break, a space to heal. Those near her say she gave everything to that performance, more than any other role in her life. She pushed herself to the edge so the world could feel the truth in every scene. But pushing yourself that far comes with a cost she had to pay in her own health. She described feeling trapped between reality and the character she played, as if the emotional lines were blurring. She could no longer separate her pain from Ally's pain. What makes this even more powerful is how deeply she connects with people who go through mental health struggles. She has never hidden the fact that she has lived through trauma, that she had panic attacks so strong she felt she could not move, that fame did not protect her from inner battles she still fights every day. Through A Star is Born, those battles resurfaced and became impossible to ignore. Doctors encouraged her to take time off to recover and focus entirely on her mental health, and she listened. For the first time in a long time, she stepped away from the spotlight, away from the pressure, and allowed herself to be cared for. She says it was one of the most important decisions she ever made because it reminded her she was human. Beneath the fame and the applause, she wanted to tell the world that strength is not pretending to be perfect. Strength is knowing when to ask for help. She opened up about her hospitalization not for sympathy, but because she wanted people to feel less alone. She wanted others who were carrying emotional pain to know they were not weak, they were not broken, and they were not failures for needing support. Lady Gaga often says that healing is not a straight line. It is a journey. Some days are better, some are worse. But what matters is moving forward one tiny step at a time. And A Star was Born became a turning point in her journey. A painful one, yes, but also a powerful reminder that emotions cannot be ignored forever. They demand attention and care. This experience changed her as a person and as an artist. She became more open about mental health, more honest with her fans, and more willing to reveal the reality behind the glamour. She once said that people see the fame, they see the beauty and the red carpets, but not the tears, not the exhaustion, not the nights she could not sleep because her mind would not stop running. In a way, A Star is Born helped her heal by forcing her to confront the pain she had been carrying for years. It allowed her to speak about it with courage. It turned her into a voice for millions who feel the same but never say it out loud. And today, Lady Gaga stands stronger, not because she avoided the darkness, but because she confronted it head on. So when people talk about her Oscar-winning performance, they see the art. But now we understand the truth behind it, the emotional cost, the silent struggle, the breakdown, and the recovery. When you watch the movie again, you see more than just a character. You see a woman who gave her heart and soul, even when her own heart was breaking. Lady Gaga's story teaches us something bigger, that even the strongest people can fall, that even the brightest stars can fade for a moment, and that asking for help is not the end of strength, but the beginning of healing. And that is the real reason her performance touched the world. It was not just acting, it was her truth, her pain, her courage, and her rebirth.